Hello guys, this is Ratu498 and this is going to be a 2v2 commentary battle on Shogun 2 Total War Fall of the Samurai. And we will have a quick look through. This is my army build. And I have got 2 Black Bear Inf with 150 range. I have got a US Marine with 150 range. I've got 4 Black Bears. I have got 2 Spear Levy. I've got 3 Yari Cav and a Guard Imperial Cav, something like that I think he's called. There he is, Imperial Guard Cav, and he also has 150 range. This is Fascist build, who is my teammate, and he has got 2 Yari Cav there. I believe he's got more Cav than that somewhere down here. There we go. 2 more Yari Cav and Imperial Cav there, so he's got 4 there. And he's got a Black Bear, a White Bear, a White Bear, a Royal Marine, a White Bear, and a Black Bear. Lots of bears. And these are our opponents, and we will come in here and have a look. And we've got some red bears, black bears, and black bears. We've got some hidden units in here, including a Gatling gun somewhere. So more black bears and a white bear over here. Imperial Imp and a few black bears, and some Yari Ki. Some United States Marines with 150 range. And I believe there's quite a bit of hidden cav in amongst down here as well. So there's a couple there. I believe there's a few more floating around. I believe the other opponent's got some as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my cav around here, and I'm going to try and sneak them up this little ridge over this bridge. And it's not really the greatest idea in the world, because it kind of cuts my cav off from any infantry support. So seeing that he's got these US Marines over here and a load of cav, it could cause me a lot of problems. I'm hoping that my Imperial Guard cav will be able to do a decent enough job over there and hold out against his US Marines. So down here through the centre, I'm just lining up. I'm going to have one force with my US Marines and 2 of my Black Bears come around here to the flank, and the rest are going to stand in the middle. He's got some Tosser rifles there in position on the forest. So my cav are going to go right to the corner to try and get out of the way of these guys. Fash is sending his cav across as well. Unfortunately, Fash is in first-person artillery here with his artillery. He's got an Armstrong, and he's not seeing this, so it's quite amusing to me watching all his cav just get shot a bit. And my Imperial Guard cav having a shot off of these guys, kill 6 men, and then my cav are going to counter. The Imperial Guard cav are going to turn and shoot, and hopefully I should be able to do alright. Some Sabre cav down here from the opponent. Let's check out over here. There's the Gatling gun moving up. This guy here. So the cav are all engaged with each other, and Fash's cav is coming in as well. So come for the back. As you can see, it's taking some shots there. And here we've got the lots of Yari Ki. I believe there's some Shogunate cav in there as well. Some Imperial Shogunate cav was in there as well. So my Imperial Guard cav have done a decent volley on these guys, killed 13, and I've sent a Yari Ki to take them from behind. Sounds quite dirty, but that's how it is. And some Sabre cav coming in here, so my Yari Ki are going to go down and deal with them as well, as they've got the cav bonus. And this Gatling gun, I'm not watching this side at all, because I'm thinking, well, if he comes into my range I can shoot him, because I've got 150 range, so I'm going to get first shot off. And I didn't see this Gatling gun till late, and as you can see now, he's taken up prime position with his Gatling gun on the hill, and he's going to be able to do quite a bit of damage from there. I actually didn't really seem to think much of these Gatling guns until after this game, really. It does quite a bit of damage. So the the US Marines have got charged by my 2 Yari Ki, and then Fash's Yari Ki comes in as well. These guys got pretty good attacks, so they're not going to do too badly. My Imperial Cav has dealt with the Yari Ki over there, so all the Cav units over there I believe are going to die, apart from my Imperial Cav. So now this Gatling gun is just going to keep shooting and shooting and shooting at me, basically, until I run away, which I believe I've noticed, and I've moved away now. So now he focuses down on Fash's Cav, and he's doing quite a bit of damage to this Cav unit. As you can see down here, taking some heavy losses there from that unit. Fash enjoys his first person artillery, so he misses quite a lot of stuff that goes on. He does, bless him, but Okay, so this artillery is doing a pretty decent job. At this point I see that we're really in quite a bit of trouble, to be honest, because these artillery units are going to outrange us. I'm not going to be able to attack frontally from here really, so I'm going to have to try and outflank. Knowing that I've got the 150 range on this flank against these guys is going to help me a lot, and I've got really quite cheap units to fight against, low morale units. So I've got the suppressive fire on my US Marines, so they'll be able to do a decent job and hopefully be able to make them rout away pretty quick. These guys are going to try and get a shot off at the saber cav, and they do quite a bit of damage. So they're 150 range on them, so they're a pretty decent unit. So this is going to be my flanking force, and what's going to happen is my spears are going to go up first, and then my units are going to push up behind them, and that will be happening in just a second. So Fash is pulling back, noticing that now basically he's going to be outranged and outgunned, so he's going to have a huge amount of problems. So he's going to pull back quite a bit, and I'm going to form up a line with him there. And over here they're going to try and gang on my Imperial Guard cav, and my Imperial Guard cav is quite expensive, it costs over 1500. So it's just going to get completely destroyed here. I'll back myself into a corner, quite stupid thing to do really. I should have probably got him out when I had the chance. But he just gets destroyed, really. As you can see, huge amount of losses and rout before even contact, so not very good by me. So here we go, right, so the spear unit are going to go up, and that's the position they're moving now. And you will see the spear unit going to go up in front in a second, hopefully. And my other units are going to come in there like that. And just form a little line around, and there we go. The spear unit's disappeared from the back, so it's going to be moving up in front. So it's going to be acting like a meat shield. Let's take a shot. As you can see, he's moving forward onto the ridge, which is exactly what he should be doing. And I'm hopefully going to get the first shot off. And as soon as I do that, hopefully going to have some quite devastating consequences for him. But these units are going to be low morale. They're not going to be too happy, as you can see, instant red bar there. They're not going to be too happy with getting shot at all, be it from the front or the back. Over on this side, I've got my 150 range over here. These guys aren't going to do particularly good because they're shooting at units in a forest. But they are pinning down these units long enough. My spears are going to move up, and hopefully we're going to be able to do a decent enough job on that flank just to pin them down so they can't send any support over on this side really. That's just basically what the idea is. So my spear unit has gone up and taken the first shot. Now my other units are going to start firing off. Black Bear Infantry against a Red Bear. And I've got my US Marines and my Black Bears down here, and Fash is going to send a lovely cav unit for me, very helpful, which is going to stop these guys from firing. As you can see, they're going to do a runner. Also disorganise my bears there, though, the little bastard. So over on this flank, as I said, this unit isn't going to do particularly well shooting at units in the forest, so he got completely and utterly destroyed. Grouping bug fucked me as I tried to move backwards, so it caused me a few problems. And now I'm moving my lines up into range so they can fire. My 155 ranged General Bodyguard's going to come behind, and Fash's cav is pretty much doing that all on his own, to be honest. So as soon as I get a volley off, these guys are all just finished. And then this flank's going to be ours for the taking. Fash tried to push forward, as he likes to do. He loves to attack, so he tried to push forward. Kind of caused himself a bit of a problem, really, giving away the first shot, and then all these units kind of suffer from it quite badly. So he pulls back and he manages to reform in a second. I'm getting shot up by the fucking Gatling gun again. And as you can see over on this flank now, my units gave away one shot, and now I've been able to pull around onto the flank. This unit's only down to 75 men, so it's going to come back from routing, so I'm aware of that, so I send my general off to shoot it a little bit. This unit's getting eaten up by the Gatling gun, but to be honest, this doesn't really matter to me now. I'm quite happy to let him shoot for the fight and just waste that ammunition so I can move up these units without getting shot up by him. So Fash is pulling back a little bit with these guys. One of the Black Bear units moved forward and then hastily retreated. So now we've got the units firing up. These 150 range allowed me to get the first shot off. So this Black Bear got 3 shots off, which is always handy. As you can see, this unit's been completely destroyed really pretty quickly, actually. And then we've got this unit here, which is also going to start taking the shooting, I believe. If you can see it, it's a damn line of sight thing. Ah, my general's firing. There we go. We're starting shooting at them now. So the 150 range on these infantry units really is pretty good. Oh, looks like they're fucking dancing. You go, guys. And the Gatling gun's still firing off onto my spear unit, which came back from routing, so I sent it back up first. And I believe now that Gatling gun is pretty much out of ammunition, so that's going to be a huge bonus for me. So I've turned this unit round, seeing there's units coming around here coming back from routing, and I managed to get a few shots off. And my general's going to come in behind to add a little bit of extra fire support to try and kill this unit off pretty quickly. But my Black Bears should be able to deal with that Dragon Force unit anyway, to be honest. So now this flanking unit now is completely free to just keep wrapping around the side. As you can see, my opponent's now having to move more units around. We've managed to rout away the unit in here, have we? Oh, he's shaken at the moment. So we're hopefully going to be able to push up from the centre as well and be able to catch him in quite a lot of fire pretty quickly. So these marine units, you've got I believe 3 of the foreign units. They're really pretty good. They do a huge amount of damage. Look at that instantly. Don't know whether I've used suppressive fire yet or not. I've used it. I used it down the bottom, I think. I don't think I've used it there just yet. Now I've managed to rout this unit away, so this Black Bear unit's going to be able to free to come around as well. Just forming up to be able to shoot. Fash has moved up one of his units as well to bridge the little gap there of the unit that I lost earlier. And now we're firing onto his Tosser rifles. I love that name, Tosser rifles. I really do. So we're firing onto them. As you can see, line of sight is pretty much stopping me from shooting at anything, so I'm going to have to keep moving on up the hill. This is where these 150 ranges kind of have the disadvantage, because you're paying a lot more for them, but on hilly maps like this, if the opponent uses the terrain correctly, you still can't get the first shot. So it can cause you a problem. So now this guy's moved up, and he's formed right up around. As you see, he's still got loads of units left. Fash has pulled back, which is exactly what he should have done. And we're going to form a new line. And then we're going to rotate the line round, like this. And we're going to end up round here, which is going to be kind of the idea, to keep pulling back on one flank and push on the other. So I can destroy these units over here. My general's just about to get destroyed, but it's okay because I'm going to get some shots off at his. And I don't believe I managed to kill his general. That's my general. Always the last man standing. Good lad. It's a lovely white horse. So now we've managed to move up. As you see, my opponent's got very few units left. And just going to keep rolling around on this flank now, basically until I get into a position where I can outflank this guy. So down here I've got a 150 range Black Bear, and they're going to be at a huge advantage because these guys have only got a 125 range, so I'm going to constantly be able to get the first shot. So I'm going to fire, and I should be able to do a huge amount of damage to him before he even gets a shot off at me. Hopefully. Oh, they're firing up here. What are they shooting at? Oh, they're shooting at a white bear unit that's moved up. Oh, that's not so good. Oh, right, okay, so I'll pull him back. That's fine. So Fash brings his line forward as I pull mine back, because they've already given the first shot. So Fash should now be able to take another shot of these guys and be able to do a decent amount of damage. And not actually receive a shot, so it should be good news for him. Pushing up on this flank, he's still got his general around. On the top of this hill is this Armstrong unit, which, how many did it kill? 71. Not really worth it for the price. Got 2 upgrades on it as well, so it's going to cost around 1,400 or so. So it's going to cost quite a bit. So Fash's general's firing, my unit's firing because they're outranged, so I've moved up my shorter ranged units here to be able to fire. So the idea is that the longer range unit draws them in, then the shorter range units gets the first shots. I'm getting shot on this flank, so I'm going to have to switch this guy around, which I believe I do pretty quickly. Yep, there they go, they're going to switch around now. And now it's just going to be a case of trying to hold the centre while I try and outflank him. The more men we can kill quickly as possible is always best. So this is an Imperial infantry unit, and he's seeing he's being outranged, so he's pulling back. I believe is that my line? Yeah, it might be my line. So I've got a 150 unit on this flank and a 150 unit on this flank. Fash's general is a 155, so we're completely outranging him now in every way. So really, they're going to be in a lot of trouble to try and be able to get the first shot off us. And just like Napoleon Total War and stuff like that, it's very important getting the first shot. Taking your opponent down a huge amount first allows you to not be receiving so many bullets, obviously, so it does help you out quite a lot. So I'm getting shot actually by the general here, who's on 44 kills at the moment. That's who I'm getting shot by. So over on this flank, he's pulled up his 150 range unit. My 150 range unit is there ready to fire, which I believe they're just about to do. And maybe they don't. Ah, there we go, they fire off. So we're taking them down to 50, 44, See, I believe that's still a full unit, 91 men left in that unit, and these guys are dead pretty instantly. Oh, I had suppressive fire on him to be able to get the first shot off quicker. It seems to work if you pull up and you put suppressive fire on before you fire, you seem to shoot off your first shot quickly, as I know that sometimes when you fire it really doesn't work. So it's like you can pull up in front of someone and your line just takes forever to fire. So just going to keep pushing forward on this unit, pinning him down with my two depleted units, so my units with more men can stay on the front line and kind of pin the main body of the opponent's force down. And these black bear imps are getting eaten up actually quite badly by these units at the moment. 2 white bears against 1 black imp, against 1 black bear, so it's going to be quite a massacre, to be honest. There's not really a huge amount of difference between the stats. As you can see, that flank's been destroyed, this flank's been destroyed, and this is going to be pretty much about it really. So this was a good game to these guys. It was actually really good fun playing it. So at the very beginning we thought there was no hope in hell of us getting anywhere near winning this game. After we lost all our cav and half of Fascist army was just destroyed instantly, we kind of seriously just thought there was no chance. But the extra range units really did help out quite a bit. So I'm just going to skip it forward a little bit for you. Alright, so we're back. The yellow guy behind got destroyed. Just turned that unit around and he had a shot off, and that was it, pretty much routed. So I'm using my 150 range on the flank now, and I'm going to try and outflank this guy. I believe I'm moving back a little bit. I think he's a little bit close. Yeah, so they're going to be able to outrange this guy, and we're just basically moving forward and getting ready, because he's got 2 choices. He can either continuously run away or he can attack. That's basically it. Because I outrange him, he really doesn't have much of a choice apart from that. I've got my 150 range there shooting on these guys, 150 range here shooting on these guys, so there's really not a huge amount they can do. So it is really going to be a case of either run or charge, and either way really I think he's kind of pretty screwed now, so it really wouldn't matter. So as you can see now, unit flags routing, so just going to push up the 125 range bears just to get a final shot off, and that is that. So it was a good game to our opponents. I believe he routes away, and I'll show you the end screen, which I believe we actually get now, don't we? So I'll show you that. Okay, so here's the end screen for you, and unit stats. My kills, obviously the US Marines got the most kills, 292 with only 22 losses. That is brilliant for them. So, well, US Marines there as well, 148. White Bears for Fash with 121, and the Gatling gun with 110. So there we go guys, so it was a good game to our opponents. Hope everyone enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you all later. Thanks a lot, goodbye.